10 simple ways to connect with your higher self and intuition. Welcome to this space of spiritual growth. We will talk about something fundamental in our path of evolution. Have you ever felt a gut feeling guiding you in the right direction, or a sense of peace when making a decision? That's your higher self speaking to you. But in the fast-paced world we live in, we often disconnect from this inner wisdom. In this video, you will learn what the higher self is, how to recognize the voice of your intuition, and practices to strengthen this connection. What is the higher self? The higher self is the highest part of our consciousness, our purest divine essence. It is the part that guides us from a place of infinite love and wisdom. Some philosophies describe it as the higher self, the soul, or even our direct connection to the universe. Great spiritual teachers such as Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra have spoken about the importance of accessing this inner wisdom to live a more aligned and fulfilled life. Eckhart Tolle, in his book The Power of Now, explains that when we disconnect from mental noise and the ego, we access a deeper dimension of our consciousness, where the wisdom of the higher self can guide us. According to him, full presence and inner stillness allow us to hear that inner voice and make decisions from a place of true clarity and peace. On the other hand, Deepak Chopra, in The Path of the Magician, talks about how the higher self is the very essence of our existence, a source of universal intelligence that helps us make decisions aligned with our purpose. Chopra emphasizes the importance of meditation and self-inquiry to strengthen this connection and live in harmony with the natural flow of the universe. Our higher self is not separate from us. Rather, it is the part of our being that remains connected to the universal source of energy, to God, or to the quantum field, depending on the perspective we adopt. While our conscious mind focuses on the material and everyday reality, our higher self operates in a plane of unconditional love, clarity, and absolute truth. In many spiritual traditions, the higher self is seen as our direct connection to the totality of the universe. According to Carl Jung, this idea relates to the higher self, or the self, the spiritual core of the human being that transcends the ego identity. Jung described this self as the wisest and most complete aspect of our psyche, seeking balance and self-realization. The philosopher and metaphysician Neville Goddard also spoke about the power of the higher self, referring to it as the divine consciousness within us. According to Goddard, our external reality is a reflection of our internal consciousness, and by aligning with our higher self, we can manifest a life of greater harmony and purpose. Our intuition is the bridge between our conscious mind and our higher self. It is that subtle voice that guides us without apparent logic, but always leads us in the right direction. However, if our mind is filled with noise, worries, and distractions, it becomes difficult to hear this inner voice. Intuition doesn't shout or impose, instead it whispers gently. It manifests through sensations in the body, sudden thoughts, or even synchronicities in our daily life. It is important to learn how to distinguish intuition from thoughts based on fear or the ego. Intuition guides us with a sense of certainty and calm, while the rational mind often generates doubt, anxiety, and the need for control. To develop this ability, it is essential to cultivate inner silence, pay attention to our emotions, and trust the wisdom that arises from within. The more we train our connection with intuition, the clearer its guidance becomes and the more aligned we feel with our life purpose. Signs that your intuition is disconnected: constant doubts when making decisions. If you struggle to choose between options and fear making a mistake, you may be disconnected from your intuition. When we are aligned with our higher self, decisions flow easily. Feeling of disconnection or inner emptiness. Many people feel like something is missing in their lives, even if they have material success. This could be a sign that they have lost touch with their true essence. Ignoring gut feelings and later regretting it. Surely you've experienced it. Something told you to take another path, but you didn't listen, and later you realized it was the best option. Intuition is always speaking to us, but we often ignore it. Constant stress and anxiety. When the mind is overloaded with worries and fear, the voice of intuition becomes unclear. Learning to calm the mind is key to hearing it clearly. Difficulty feeling inspiration or creativity. If you feel creatively blocked and struggle to receive new ideas, it could be a sign of disconnection from your intuition. Lack of synchronicities in your life. When we are aligned, the universe sends us signs and synchronicities. If you are not experiencing these events, you may be disconnected from your intuition. Making decisions based only on logic and not internal feelings. If you always prioritize logic and dismiss what you feel inside, you are likely disconnected from your intuition. Tendency to constantly seek external validation. When we don't trust our intuition, we seek approval from others, which can lead us down the wrong paths. Lack of inner peace after making decisions. If you make decisions and feel unrest or regret instead of peace and security, it is a sign that you didn't follow your intuition. Feeling lost or without purpose in life. When intuition is active, we feel guided and on the right path. The feeling of being lost is a sign of disconnection. 10 practices to connect with your higher self and intuition. 1. Daily meditation. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools to connect with your higher self. Dedicate at least 10 minutes a day to observe your breath, quiet your mind, and open yourself to receiving internal messages. 2. Listen to and trust your gut feelings. Start paying attention to those small impulses you feel. When you have a strong intuition, write it down and follow its lead. Over time, you'll realize that your higher self is always guiding you. 3. Practice intuitive writing. Grab a notebook and write without overthinking. Ask your higher self what you need to know and let the answer flow through you. You may be surprised at the clarity of the messages you receive. 4. Connect with nature. Spending time in nature helps you tune into higher frequencies, walk barefoot, breathe fresh air, and observe your surroundings with full attention. This will allow you to hear your intuition more clearly. 5. Raise your vibration. Your higher self vibrates at frequencies of love, peace, and gratitude. Practicing gratitude, surrounding yourself with positive energy, listening to harmonious music, and taking care of your diet are effective ways to raise your vibration and facilitate your connection with your higher self. 6. Ask for guidance and be open to the signs. Don't be afraid to ask your higher self for help. You can do this through prayer, intention, or simply asking for clarity before sleep. Then, be attentive to dreams, synchronicities, and messages that may appear in your daily life. 7. Visualization and affirmations. Close your eyes and imagine a direct connection with your higher self. Visualize yourself receiving light and wisdom. Also use affirmations such as, "I am in harmony with my intuition," to reinforce this connection. 8. Practice internal silence. Dedicate moments in your day to be in complete silence. Turn off external noise and simply observe your thoughts without judging them. Silence is a direct channel to hear the voice of your higher self. 9. Conscious breathing. Deep conscious breathing helps calm the mind and enter a receptive state. Practice diaphragmatic breathing to enhance your connection with your intuition. 10. Art and creativity. Drawing, painting, writing, or playing a musical instrument helps unlock the connection with your higher self. Creativity flows from the depths of your being and allows you to express your internal wisdom. Connecting with your higher self and intuition is a profound journey towards self-awareness and authenticity. We all possess that innate ability to guide ourselves from a place of inner wisdom, but in daily life, external noise and ego concerns often divert us from this connection. When we choose to quiet our minds, calm the inner chaos, and focus on the present moment, we begin to open ourselves to the subtle yet powerful guidance of our intuition and higher self. Through meditation, conscious observation of our emotions, and active listening to our gut feelings, we can strengthen this connection and allow our higher self to guide us more clearly and reliably. This process leads us to live more in alignment with our purpose, make decisions that truly resonate with our deepest self, and find inner peace even in times of uncertainty. It's important to remember that this journey is not immediate or perfect. It requires practice and patience, And though challenges may arise, every step toward connecting with our higher self brings us closer to living a life full of meaning and fulfillment. So as you continue exploring this path of self-discovery, trust that your higher self is always available to you, guiding you with love, clarity, and wisdom. If this video has inspired you, I invite you to keep exploring this wonderful journey towards your true self. I see you in the next video.